Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. Please let me know if you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, guys. Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now, guys. If you are able to see me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know, guys. Hello everyone, good evening, good evening. Am I audible to everybody? Is there any issues with the audio or the video? Please do let me know. Yes, attendance is there in this boot camp. Okay. Hello everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. How are you guys? So how was your day, guys? Do let me know how was your day? Audio and the video are absolutely fine. Great. Amazing, guys. Amazing. So how was your day, guys? Please do let me know. Everything is clear. Awesome. Good evening. Good evening. The day was boring. Okay. A rainy day. Okay, so somebody has a boring day, somebody has a rainy day. Awesome day. Okay, boring, amazing. Thank you so much, guys. But like, I'm not any guru or something like that. Like, just trying to help people out. Good. Okay, great. Full of studying. Okay. Okay. Exam day. तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं. How was your day? So my day was it started out pretty well. I woke up a bit late today. I don't know why. I was feeling very sleepy. I went out to eat. There's one of the good restaurants right over here. I went out to eat right over there, and then I came back home. Started preparing for the boot camp. Started my work. Once it was completed, then I had two boot camps today. So currently taking up the second boot camp. Okay, we'll be having another boot camp after this. Okay. So in short, my day was just like every other day, a bit hectic, but like there's nothing that can be done about it. Okay. When you provide the certificate of React JS in 1 to 2 weeks, Raj, that is the time that it takes to provide the certificates. You look like Carrie Minati. Yeah, many people tell me that I look like Carrie Minati. Even when I went to go off with my friends a few weeks back, one of the people right over there was like, "Hey, sir, can I take a picture with you?" I was like, "Dude, do I know you or something like that?" He was like, "Sir, you are you Carrie Minati?" And I'm like, "No, man, no, no, I'm not Carrie Minati." Okay. Thank you so much, guys, for wishing me happy like Guru Purnima. But again, like I said, I'm not a guru or anything like that. My only job is to help you guys out. Okay. Thank you so much, Rohit Raj. So right now we are planning up to just expand it a bit more as well. So I'm able to understand that just boot camps is not sufficient enough for learning purposes as well. So we started out with the languages, that is the C++ one that was premiered at 3 o'clock. There's a 5-hour video that covers C++. Next we'll be doing for Java, then Python, then JavaScript and other languages as well. We have also planned for like advanced React, advanced backend web development. Project based videos. We have planned for technical videos as well that might be helpful for you guys. For example, one of the latest collaborations that we have done is with Postman. So Postman is one of the biggest API companies in the entire world, and the software engineers right over there are getting paid much more than even Amazon. So we have invited them. So we have taken up a boot camp that will happen from the 1st of August, first week of August itself, and that boot camp will be catering towards like API with them, so they will also be a part of the boot camps. From the end of next month, we have also planned like resumes about different companies, so we'll be inviting some of my friends, some of my colleagues from companies like Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Samsung, maybe Deloitte and other companies as well, and we'll be looking at their resumes, what are the projects that they have done, how they prepared for their interviews, some information that you want to ask to them, you can also do that. So that is also something that we have planned. So let's see how it goes on. Okay, we are taking up, so whatever feedback that we were able to get from you guys in our comment section, we have tried to ensure that almost everything we are able to implement it on this channel as well. So let's see how it goes. Like I want to make sure that you guys are also able to enjoy the learning process, not just learning and learning. Somebody even suggested that we should be doing a blog or a vlog or something like that related to the startup itself, like how to start a startup, how to do a startup, how we run the startup itself, how we manage the entire management system. So somebody suggested that. Now of course, like I'm taking up boot camps, taking up these classes, teaching something, I'm totally fine with it, but I'm not that blogging kind of person. Like I'm very camera shy in that particular way. Like even in my phone, I have like just 3 photos that I've taken up in this year of mine. Like that's it, 3 photos. And that is also something that if somebody is asking me like, dude, like let's take up a photo together, only then. Like my phone is filled up with photos of like a particular tree, a particular picture, a particular leaf or something like that. So I'm not that comfortable with it, but yeah, so that was also one of the suggestions that we were able to get. So again, like I said, guys, feedback is something that is extremely important for our channel. What you guys want to see from us, what do you guys want to show, like what do you guys want to learn from us on our YouTube channel, we would definitely like to know that. Okay, well, project will be there in this boot camp. Yeah, it will be there, of course. Along with that, guys, for those who are interested to join our community, okay, we have our campus ambassador program that goes on. So we call them as citizens because it's a development town, DevTown. So a town needs to have the citizens of its own as well. So we have just started out with our campus ambassador program as well. If you guys want to join that, you guys can definitely do that. The link for that is also down in the description of the video itself. Okay, like I said, the certificates take at least 1 to 2 weeks after the submission deadline for the project. So just calculate according to it. You will be getting the certificates on your email address. Okay, so shall we start out with our today's class, guys? Please do let me know. Shall we start out with our today's class, guys? Please do let me know. Shall we start, guys? Please do let me know. Okay, amazing. So I'm so sorry if there is any problem with my voice or something like that. I don't know why, but my voice is really shitty, so there's nothing that can be done about it. I'm trying my best so that I'm able to keep my voice a bit down and so that it does not break a lot. But yeah. Okay, so let's get started. We'll continue. So can somebody remind me what we have done in our previous class? And somebody remind me what are the topics that we have done in our previous class, guys? Please do let me know. Can somebody remind me what we have done in our previous class, guys? Please do let me know. Okay, so we have done data types. We learned about Boolean. We learned about comments. We learned about integers. We learned about logical. Then we learned about float, int. Okay, great. Okay. We learned about what are the different things. Anything else that we learned? Okay, so that is it. That is all that we have learned up till now. Okay, no issues in that. So we're starting out with the next particular topic, that is strings itself. So let's move on to the string portion from the notes. So it should be right here. Okay, let me just central. Let me just open up the live chat on my mobile phone so that I'm able to see you guys as well. Switch off this. increase the voice, otherwise it will just start blasting away. Yeah, I want to organize, like I used to do something on Instagram. Like I used to conduct these like every Saturday or every Sunday night. I used to go live on Instagram, and I used to talk to people right over there, like take you guys live with us, and then like if you have any questions, any queries, I used to answer that. If you guys are interested in something like that as well, do let me know. I will definitely try to start that once again as well. Like every week, once or twice, I'll just go on live on Instagram. Those people who want to join me right over there, they can join, and if they have any questions or any queries, I will just take them live with me, and then we used to just talk it out. So if you guys want something like that to be started once again, do let me know. According to the interest, we will definitely try to start it again as well. Okay. Okay, so let's get started. So strings, again, two of the different data types, that three different data types that we have learned up till now is, first of all, we are having the int, then float, and then boolean. Now strings is the last data type that we are going to study right now. Okay, so you are having Python has another data type in its toolkit called as strings. As the name suggests, this deals with the characters of words and text. String is an immutable order of sequence of characters, letters, numbers, spaces, and symbols. So let's not look at this particular stuff. Okay, like why to read it when we can do it practically. Okay. Okay, so let's get started right over here. Okay, you are having so strings, as you're able to see, are based off characters. So why we call it as a string? Because what is a string? A string is basically a thread. Okay, a thread of pearls, a string of pearls. Similarly, right over here, it is a thread of characters itself. It is a thread of characters itself. So that is called as a string. Now you can create a string using double quotes as well as single quotes as well. Okay, so as you're able to see right over here, you can shape AI. Okay, as you are able to see, you can create a string using double quotes as well as single quotes. Okay, there's no difference right over here. If I'm running this particular line of code, you are able to see that we are able to create a string called as shape AI using both double and single quotes. Okay, so don't worry about it. Next thing is, a string can contain text. Okay, small letters, capital letters. It can contain special characters. It can contain numbers. Okay, so a string can contain any type of character itself. It can contain spaces. Okay, so it can contain any type of characters. Okay, next thing is, for example, if you are taking up the type of a particular object, that is a string. Let me just run this particular line of code first of all. So you'll be able to see that we are getting the type of motto. Motto was our string that we created right over here. This is a string that we created. So the type of motto, as you are able to see, we are able to get str. Okay, we are able to get str right over here. Okay, a string can contain any number of characters, spaces, numbers, anything it can contain inside of it. Now this is a very big problem. What if I want to contain a quotation mark inside the string? Now how does a string identify something? Okay, for example, right over here you are starting out with a double quotation mark. So Python will understand that, okay, right now you are trying to create a string itself. It will try to find another double quotation mark to end the string. Okay, it will try to find another double quotation mark to end the string. So it will just go through the entire text. As soon as it is able to find another double quotation mark, it will end the string. Similarly, if you are starting out with a single quotation mark, it will be trying to find another single quotation mark to end the string right over here. Okay, you are able to see that we are getting another single quotation mark to end the string right over here. Now what if I'm able to I want another single quotation mark inside my string? What is happening right over here is that you are starting out with a single quotation mark, you are moving further. As soon as Python is finding another single quotation mark, it is ending the string right over here. Okay, it is ending the string right over here. Okay, so as you're able to see, this is not something that we want. We want to include single quotation marks or other quotation marks inside the string as well. So Python has provided us with two different methods to be able to do that. Okay, two different solutions to be able to do that. Okay, as you're able to see, the first solution that we are having is, if you want to use a double quotation mark inside the string, okay, create the string in a single quotation mark. If you want to use double quotation mark inside the string, create the string as a single quotation mark. If you want to use a single quotation mark inside the string, create the string using a double quotation mark. So what is happening right over here is, if you're starting out with a single quotation mark, Python will try to find another single quotation mark to end the string. So it will go through the entire string, it will find a double quotation mark, but it is trying to find a single quotation mark to end the string. So it will just ignore it. Then it will again move further until and unless it has found another single quotation mark where it will be ending the string itself. Similarly, if you want to include a single quotation mark inside the string, instead of using a double quotation mark, if you want to include a single quotation mark inside the string, then start your string and end your string using a double quotation mark. Okay, start and end your string with a double quotation mark if you want to use a single quotation mark inside. This is one of the one of the solutions that you can apply. But what if you want to use both a single quotation mark as well as a double quotation mark inside the string? Okay, what if you want to use a single quotation mark as well as double quotation mark inside the string? So for that, Python has provided a handy solution that is called as a escape character, or the backslash. Okay, that is called as an escape character or the backslash right over here. Okay, so for example, if you want to include double quotation marks as well as single quotation mark inside the string, as you're able to see right over here, you want to basically, you will be using a backslash to ignore the single quotation mark, or you will be skipping that particular character. Okay, so what happens is, okay, you are starting out with a single quotation mark. Okay, you're moving further, Python is trying to find another single quotation mark to end the string. Python is trying to find another single quotation mark to end the string. So it is moving further. Now it reaches to the backslash. Okay, it reaches to the backslash. Okay, so basically, as you're able to see, the backslash basically tells Python to ignore the next particular character. Whatever the next character is, it has no special meaning to you. That is what the backslash is telling to Python. Okay, backslash is basically telling to Python that, okay, just whatever the next character is, please ignore it. Okay, whatever the next character is, please ignore it. You don't want to use this. You don't want to you do the next particular character, whatever it is, it has no special meaning to you. Okay, so that is what the backslash is telling to Python. So Python will basically just ignore the next particular character and then move further for trying to find the single quotation mark. It finds it at the end of the string. So when you are running this, you will find no errors whatsoever. Okay, so that is the role of this backslash. Okay, that is the role of this particular backslash. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand the use of this backslash? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand the use of this backslash? Please let me know, guys. So backslash basically tells Python to ignore the next character. So the next character does not have any special meaning to you. Just ignore it and move further. So Python basically ignores this particular character and just move further. Okay, that's it. Okay, it will not scan this character for finding the single quotation mark. It just ignores it that, okay, this backslash has basically told me that the next character has no use. So I will just move on from right over there. And that is how you are able to ignore. That is how you are able to ignore a single quotation mark. Okay, as simple as that. The same thing you can do with a double quotation mark as well. For example, if this was your text, okay, you are starting your code with a double quotation mark and ending your code with a double quotation mark as well. You wanted to ignore this particular double quotation mark right over here, so you just put up a backslash in front of it, so it will just ignore that character. Python will not consider it as anything special. It is not the end of this particular string itself. That's it. Python basically uses it to ignore that particular character. Okay, that is how backslash is used. That this is not the end of the string, just leave it, move further. This is a part of the string itself. So if you are running this right over here, as you're able to see, it is getting you the double quotation mark inside your string itself. Okay, it will just ignore only one character at a time. Okay. So let's move on to the next particular thing, that is concatenation. So we know that we are using a plus symbol to add two numbers together, to add two integers together, to add two strings, to add two floats together. But you can also use the plus symbol on strings to do something that is called as concatenation. Concatenation basically means to attach two strings together, to concatenate. So concatenate is an English word, okay, to attach two strings together. So you can use a plus symbol to attach two strings together to create a single, string itself. Okay, for example, right over here you are able to have hello, that is one string. Then you are able to have another string called as world right over here, and you are able to append them together using a plus sign. Okay, you are able to concatenate them together to form a single string using the plus sign. So if I'm running this particular line of code, as you're able to see, so hello world both got concatenated or attached together to form a single string called as hello world. If you want to put up a space in between them, you can concatenate hello, then a space, and then a world. Okay, you can concatenate any number of strings as you want. Okay, there's no limit to it. You can concatenate any number of strings as you want. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. It attaches two strings together. That's it. As simple as that. Okay, it just attaches two strings together. As simple as that. Okay, great. So for example, what will happen if you are using multiplication on strings? Okay, if you are multiplying a string by, let's say, 5, that means you are adding that string 5 times. So that is word plus word plus word plus word plus word. So that is basically what multiplication is, repeated addition. So if I'm trying to run this particular line of code, guys, what will be the answer? Can somebody let me know? If I'm trying to run this particular line of code, what will be the answer, guys? Can somebody let me know? I'm trying to run this particular line of code, guys. What will be my answer? Can somebody let me know? The empty string between the plus basically means you want to append a space as well. Okay, and to append a space as well, it will print hello 5 times. So if I'm running this big line of code, as you're able to see, it is printing hello 5 times right over there. Now if I want a space in between them, I can just write hello and then a little bit of space, and then when I'm running this, it will add space between them as well. So hello space, hello space, hello space, hello space, hello, and then space once again. Okay, great. Now you cannot, so you can only do addition and multiplication on strings. You cannot do subtraction or division. There is nothing like subtraction or division on strings. So I'm running this particular line of code, as you're able to see, it is showing me an error. So if I'm trying to divide one word by another, I'm getting an error, type error, unsupported operand types for division, str and str. That is, division does not support division on strings. Okay, similar to that, trying to subtract two strings together, that also makes no sense. That is also giving me an error. That is type error, unsupported operand types for subtraction, str and str. That is, subtraction does not support subtraction on basically strings itself. As simple as that. Okay, now one of the most useful built-in functions in strings is called as the len function. Okay, it's called as the len function, that basically returns, just like you are having the type function that returned the type of the object that you had, similarly the len function returns the length of the string that you have, that is the number of characters present in the string. For example, if you are trying to find the length of DevTown, okay, if I'm trying to find the length of DevTown, so that will return the number of characters present in that particular string. So DEVTOWN, that is 7 characters are present in this particular string. So that answer would be 7. Okay, the answer would be 7 right over here. Okay, so what will happen if I'm having like dev space town? What will be the answer, guys? What will be the answer right over here if I'm having dev space town, guys? Can somebody let me know? What will be the answer of this length of dev space town? Can somebody let me know, guys? Think about it, guys. Think about it. Somebody is saying 8, somebody is saying 7. So the answer is 8, okay? Because even a space is considered as a character. Even a space is considered as a character. So it is DEV space TOWN. That is 8 characters long. So if I'm running this particular line of code, you're able to see that we are getting 8 as our answer. We are able to get 8 as our answer right over here, okay? So let's revise the type itself. So as you have seen previously, so if we are having type of 75, type of 75.0, type of 75 as a string, and then true, as you are able to see the same value, we are able to represent it in 3 different data types. The same value, we are able to represent it in 3 different data types right over here. So if I'm running this particular line of code, you are able to see that we are getting the type of 75 as int, the type of 75.0 as float, the type of 75 as string, and then the type of true as bool. So that was a quick revision over the type itself, okay? Right over here, we have already seen how to convert an integer to a float and a float to an int as well. So that is something that we have already seen in our previous class. So I think so that is something that we need to revise. Now, what if you are having something like this? You are having marks as 15, so that is an integer. Okay, you are having marks as 15, that is an integer. You are having subject as coding. You are having semester as first. Okay, this is all that you are having right over here. Just move it out to the second line. Okay, so as you're able to see, we are concatenating it right over here. Yes, it's not provided. Okay, so right over here, we are concatenating a particular string itself, okay? So if I want my answer to be, I scored 15 marks in coding during my first semester, I want to create this using this information. Using this information, I want to create a simple sentence. I want to create a simple sentence right over here that basically says that I scored 15 in my coding during my first semester. So again, we'll be of course using concatenation itself to be able to do that. So now if we're directly using marks right over here, marks is an integer, okay? Marks is an integer right over here. So if I'm having I scored, that is my first string, then plus marks, okay? So this is a string, this is a integer. I cannot concatenate a string with an integer. I can only concatenate a string with another string, okay? So if I'm trying to run this particular line of code, you're able to see that we are getting an error right over here, that you can only concatenate a string, not an int, to a string, okay? You can only concatenate a string, not an int, to the string right over there. So as you're able to see from right over here, you are having I scored. I need to convert these marks to a string itself. Just like we were able to convert an integer to a float, we want to convert this integer to a string. So for that, just put it up into brackets, and just like float, you just have to specify str right over here. You just have to specify str right over here. So I'm running this particular line of code. You are able to see that I'm getting my answer as I scored 15 in that is I'm able to convert my marks, that is a string, to an, so that is an integer to a string right over here, just like we were converting a string to a float, and a float int to a float, and a float to an int. Similar to that, we are converting an integer to a string right over here, so that we are able to concatenate it with other strings in coding. Okay, that is the subject in coding during my, and then first, that is the semester. As simple as that. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. We need to convert our integer to a string so that we are able to use it, okay? Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Great. So we can also create a float from a string. Just like we were able to create an integer, we were able to convert an integer to a string. We can convert a float, we can convert a string to a float as well. For example, right over here, we are having marks as 15. Okay, we are having marks as 15. That is a particular string. Okay, that is a particular string. So you can even convert that to a float. So you can just write float and then marks. Okay, just write float and then marks right over here. So you will be able to convert a string. Okay, you are able to convert a string to a float. So we know how to convert integer to a float to an integer, integer to a float to a string, and a string to an integer, a string to a float as well. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. So it's simple, like whatever you have studied for a float and int, that is the same thing that we are able to use right over here as well. Okay. Okay. Now, this is one of the most important methods that are present in strings. Okay. That is the format method. Okay. This is very important, guys. We'll be using the format string method a good bit in our future work in Python. We'll find it very valuable in our coding, especially with your print statement. So let us look at how to use the format method. So instead of doing this, okay, right over here, you had to like first convert marks that was an integer to a string itself. And then you had to use all this concatenation right over here. You can do the exact same thing using the format method. Okay, this exact same thing that we were doing, we can do it using the format method as well. So just write result is equals to then the string that you want to create, iscored, then the fill in the blanks right over here. Okay, this is the fill in the blanks that we are able to create, then again the fill in the blanks, my, again a fill in the blanks right over here, semester, semester dot format. And then inside of format, you want to place your data, that is I scored 15, that is marks, coding, that is subject, and then you are able to have your semester. Okay, so instead of writing all this, instead of writing like result is equals to I scored, then convert marks to a particular string, then you're having in, then you're having subject, then you're having during my, then having semester, I can like make it shorter and much more easier to understand. Okay, much more easier to understand by using it right over here. So result is equals to the sentence that I need to form like a fill in the blanks. Okay, so format, think about format as you're having a question, that is the fill in the blank, and you're providing it with the answers as well. Okay, you're having questions just like a fill in the blank, and then you are able to provide it with the answers as well. So right over here, as you're able to see, the question is I scored dash in my dash, in dash my dash semester. Okay, as simple as that. I scored dash in dash my dash semester. So you are able to create the question. Now these dashes will be filled, these dashes will be filled by the answers that you are able to provide in the format method. Okay, the answers that you are able to provide in your format method right over here, that will be marks, subject, and semester. So marks is 15, subject is coding, and semester is first. Okay, so as you're able to understand from right over here, you don't even have to convert marks to a string. You don't even, so marks is basically your integer itself. You don't even have to convert it to a string. So if I'm running this particular line of code, okay, it converts marks to string automatically for you. It converts marks to string automatically for you and inserts it into that fill in the blanks. The first fill in the blank, the first curly brackets, the first particular item will be placed inside the first curly brackets. The second object will be placed inside the second curly brackets, and the third object will be placed inside the third curly brackets. As simple as that, guys. As you're able to see, I scored 15 in coding during my first semester. As simple as that. You don't even have to write all these, like try to make sure that the conversions are happening properly and everything. Format method is able to handle it for you guys. Are you able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Great. So that is how you are able to use the format method. So let us look at some more examples for that. For example, you are having Muhammad has dash balloons. Okay. Muhammad has dash balloons. So you want to insert 27 right over there. So you can insert, like, you can just write 27 dot format 27 and it will insert that 27 for you. Okay. So if I'm running this particular line of code, you are able to see that Muhammad has 27 balloons right over there. Okay. You can even use, like, instead of directly putting up the numbers and text right over here, you can use variables, because variable basically contains that value. Okay, so we already know about variables. You can use variables instead of anything else as well. So you're having your string, that is your dash dash dot format, animal, that is dog, and action, that is bite. So you're able to get, does your dog bite? Okay, so as you're able to see, does your dog bite down here. The next is, you're having the string right over here, Maria loves dash and dash. You're having the string, that is Maria loves dash and dash right over there. Okay, so you can directly put up the variable right over here, again because the variable basically contains that string, so you can use the variable as well. Okay, so as you're able to see, of dot format math and statistics. So as you're able to see the answer, you are able to get Maria loves math and statistics as well. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. This is the syntax. I've already told you guys that this is syntax, that is grammar. You have to use curly brackets right over there. Okay, great. So the next particular topic that we need to learn about is data structures. Okay, so you are having a lot of different like data types that you have. Some of them are like circles, some of them are squares, some of them are triangles. Okay, now these different data types that you are having, you need a particular bucket to be able to carry them, to be able to organize them. Okay, you need a container where you are able to organize and like keep it inside. So that is called as a data structure. Okay, that is called as a data structure right over there. Okay, uh so as you're able to see down below, okay, list and membership operators, you're able to see data structures are containers that organize and group data types together in different manner. Okay, you are able to see, okay, give me a second, guys. Call Kanishk animator. So just give me a second, guys. एक सेकंड ना गणेश. I'm back, guys. So let's continue. So data structures are containers that organize and group data types together in different ways. Okay, so data types is basically data structure is basically container itself that helps you to organize and group data types together in different ways. Okay. Okay, let me just open up the live chat once again. Okay, so a list is one of the most common data types and most of the most basic data types in Python. Okay, and it is called as a like, okay, so it is one of the most basic data types in Python. Okay, so let us look at it. Okay, so this is how you are able to create a list. Okay, this is how you are able to create a list right over here. So you are having students. Okay, you are having students right over here. Students is equals to, and then the items that you want to put it inside the list. Okay, and the items that you are able to put inside the list itself. So you're having Sam, Pam, Rocky, Austin, Steve, Banner, and this is a particular list that you have created. Okay, as simple as that. So this is a list of student names. Okay, this is a list of student names. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Okay, so lists are ordered. We can look up individual elements by their index. And so, for example, if I want to access the first element from a particular list, okay, I can just access them by using the zeroth index. So let us try to understand what indexes are. Okay. There's so many videos that we have made for you guys. We are currently like in the entire process of making more videos as well. So this is like Java that we are currently doing. See how that goes on. Let us open up Paint. Okay, so when you're creating a particular list, okay, when you're creating a particular list, so you are able to do it like this. So you are having a particular list, let's say, of names. So you are having Sam, Pam, Rocky, Austin, Steve, Banner. So this is a particular list of names that we have created, and let's name this as a list of students. That is the variable name that we have created for this particular list itself. Okay, that we have created of this particular list itself. So right now, just like you are having a particular house, okay, you are having a society. Okay, there's a society called as students, and the society contains houses itself. So you're having a house right over here, then having a house right over here, a house right over here, having a house right over here and here as well. Now you are able to identify these houses by their house number. You are able to identify these houses by their house number itself. So the first house will start from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, that is the house numbers that you are able to have. Okay, so the same thing goes on with the string as well. So Python is a zeroth indexed language. Okay, Python, like most of the languages that are out there, is a zeroth indexed language. So it starts counting from 0. So Sam is present at the index 0, Pam is present at the index 1, Rocky is present at the index 2, Austin is present at the index 3, Steve is present at the index 4, Banner is present at the index 5. Now if you want to get access to Steve, you are able to do that by using, okay, students, that is the name of the list. Okay, so students, students right over here, and then inside of parentheses you are able to put 4, that is the index at which Steve is present, and that is how you are able to get access. This running this particular line of code will give you the answer as Steve. Steve. Okay, this will basically give you the answer as Steve. Okay, similarly, if I want to get access to index 0, I can just write students and then 0. That will get me the answer as Sam itself. Now, just like you are having these positive indexes, there are negative indexes that are also present. Okay, so if this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, then this would be -1. Okay, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. So I can access Steve. By both students 4 as well as students -2 as well. Both of them will give me the same answer, that is Steve. Right over here. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Now don't say that, sir, what about -0? There's nothing like -0. Okay, it's just 0. There's nothing plus 0 and -0. So having 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and -1, -2, -3, -4, -5 and -6. Okay, when you are having these many number of elements, there's nothing like +6. Okay, there's nothing like +6 and there's nothing like -7. Okay, there's nothing like -7 as well. So there is nothing like +6, there's like -7. Okay, so you're able to get access to Steve by using both 4 as well as -2. You're able to get access to Steve using both 4 and -2. If you want to get access to Rocky, you can use +2 or -4 to get access to Rocky itself. So this is how your indexes work in Python. Again, please remember, Python is a zeroth indexed language. Okay, that is a technical term. That is why I'm telling you guys to remember it. Okay, so right over here, if I'm trying to access elements from the list that we have created, you are able to see that we're getting Sam, Pam, and Rocky. That is 0, 1, and 2. That is Sam, Pam, and Rocky as our output. We are able to get Sam, Pam, and Rocky as our output right over here. The same thing if we are trying to access it from the negative indexes, that is the last element, then the second last element, and the third last element. That is, we are getting Banner, Steve, and Austin being printed out on our screen. So if you are running this particular line of code, you are able to get Banner, Steve, and Austin being printed out on our screen. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Seema, you are asking this particular question every single day. Like, this is the only person, I don't know if it's a girl or a boy, but I'm able to see that this particular person is asking the question every single day. Every day, everybody is telling you that the notes of the class is available on the first day's video description itself. On the first day, the video that we were having, on its description of that video, you will be able to find the notes. It's already been provided to you guys, okay? I hope that Seema, you are able to understand this. I hope that you are able to understand English as well. So, like, I want to repeat this for the next class as well. The data type was covered yesterday, not today. Like, today we are starting with data, not types. Okay. Okay. The next thing that we are able to see right over here is to try to something like, for example, right over here, if you're having, so this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5. And similarly, we are having -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, and -6. We're trying to access anything except that. For example, if I'm trying to access +20, okay, if I'm trying to access +20 right over here, if you are running this particular line of code, you are easily able to see that we are getting an error because there's no index like that. There's no index like that. It goes up till +5 and -6. So you will get a index error, that is list index out of range. Similar to that, okay, you are able to see that we are able to put -5 right over here. If you are running this, we are able to get Pam. Okay, so -5 is Pam, but if you are trying to access something like -8 or something that basically does not exist, okay, then you are able to get index error list index out of range, okay, because that does not exist right over there. Siddharth, like I said, data types was not covered in today's video. It was covered in yesterday's videos. Even if you're backing it up, you won't be able to understand it if you have missed yesterday's class. So I will suggest you to basically go and watch the yesterday's class in its entirety. Okay. Okay, great. The next thing that we need to understand is slicing operation on lists and strings. So let us go back to our page itself. Okay. Now, one more thing that you need to remember before starting that is, just like in strings, you are having the indexes. The same, just like in lists, you are having the indexes. You're having the same concept in strings as well. Okay, you are having the same So that are you not able to listen to me properly? Like this is the third time I'm telling you that in class 2, in the class 2 itself, that is yesterday's class, we have already studied the data types. So even if you're rewinding this class, you will not be able to understand because we haven't covered data types in this class. We have covered it in the first 2 days of the class itself. Okay. Okay, so as you're able to see from right over here, we have a particular list. So we have like list like Sam, then Pam, then Rocky, then Austin, then Steve. Okay, so this is a particular list that I have created, and the indexes that we learned is something like this. And having 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the same as -1, -2, -3, -4, and -5 right over here. Okay, so as you're able to see, the same thing exists inside of strings as well. We're having a string, let's say you're having a string as DEVTOWN. You're having a string as DEVTOWN right over here. The same type of indexing happens right over there as well. So D will have an index of 0, E will have an index of 1, V will have an index of 2, T will have an index of 3, 4, 5, and 6. And similar to that, you are having -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, and -7. So we are having this as student, STUDENT. Okay, so you can access a particular particular element by just writing student, okay, minus 4 and student 3 will result you in the same answer, that is T. Okay, it will result you in the same answer, that is T. And that is how you are able to use like indexing on strings as well. So indexing works the same on both strings as well as lists. Okay, indexing works the same way on both strings as well as the lists as well. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Okay, so let's try to understand right now what is slicing. Okay, let's try to understand what is slicing right now. Shit, something went into my eye. Okay, so right now let's think about it as a bread itself. Okay, let me draw a bread for you guys. Let's take out the brown color. Okay, this is how a bread looks like. Okay, so this is how a bread looks like. Okay, let's think about it as a cake itself. Now, particularly in this particular cake, if you want to get this particular chocolate, there's a chocolate right over here in the exact middle of the cake itself. You want to get this particular chocolate, so you will be making two slices. The first slice that you will be doing, so let me draw a knife right over here. Okay, so the first slicing that you will be doing is right over here. And the next slicing that you will be able to do is right over here itself, so that you are able to get the piece that has the chocolate inside of it. Okay, that you are able to take a piece that has a chocolate inside of it itself. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know, guys. Our drawing is not that great, but like, yeah. Okay, so you'll be able to get this piece of chocolate from right over there. So you are making two slices. You're making a slice right over here, and you're able to make a slice right over here to be able to do this. The same thing goes on for a list as well. If you are having a list as students, okay, that is equals to Sam, Pam, Rocky, Austin, Steve, Banner, Tony, Bruce, Clark, Diana. This is a particular list that you're having, such a big list that you're able to see from right over here. Okay, what I want you guys to do is, I want only a part of this particular list. I want this particular part: Steve, Banner, and Tony. Okay, or Bruce. Okay, let's take up this entire part. I want to get this list itself. I don't want the entire list. I only want this list that has the Marvel characters inside of it. I only want these lists that has the Marvel characters inside of it. Okay, so what do I want to do? Okay, so for where and where would I place my cuts? Where and where should I cut this particular list to be able to get this entire thing? Okay, the first cut I will be putting right over here. The first cut that I will be putting right over here, and the second cut that I will be putting would be right over here, guys. Am I right? These will be the two cuts that you are able to see. Let me know. These are the two cuts that I will be making so that I'm able to get the piece of list that I want. Can somebody let me know, guys? Can somebody let me know? These are the two places where I need to tell Python to make cuts to be able to get that particular list itself. Am I right? Okay, great. So now let us put up the indexes as well. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, if these are the indexes, now I need to tell Python, okay, before which index should I make the cut? Okay, before which index should I make the cuts? Okay, I need to provide two numbers to Python. Okay, the number should be defined as before which index I need to make my cuts. So what are the two numbers that will be there before which we need to make the cuts, guys? Can somebody let me know? Okay, the cuts that we have specified right over here, before which indexes does that cut exists? before which indexes does that cut exists. I'm talking about before, guys. Okay, so this particular cut exists before 4 and this particular cut exists before 8. So to get this particular list itself, to get this particular part of the list, okay, I have to write students, and then I have to specify inside of parenthesis, okay, that the first cut needs to be made before 4 and the second cut needs to be made before 8. And this is how you will be able to get the list called as Marvel. Marvel is equals to students 4 to 8. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. So this is basically read as, okay, where you want to start and up till where you want to go. From where you want to start and up till where you want to go. So by up till, that means that the first index is included in the list and the second index is not included in the list. Okay, so 4 is included into new list, 8 is not included into the new list. Okay, so up till where? Okay, you don't want to include it, you want to go up till there, you don't want to include it. So you are starting from 4, that is where you are able to include it. So you want to start at 4 and you want to go up till 8, or you want to go up till 8. Okay, so let's go and watch at our code as well. So right over here I'm having the same particular list. Okay, as you're able to see, Sam, Pam, Rocky, Austin, Steve, Banner, Tony, Bruce, Henry, Clark and Diana. Okay, I want to start at 4, I want to go up till 8. So here I'm going up till 7, I will change it to 8 right over here. Okay, so we want to start at 4, I want to go up till 8. So if I'm running this particular line of code, you are able to see that we are getting the answer as Steve, Banner, Tony and Bruce. That is, we are starting at 4 and we are able to go up till 8. So this is 7, so we are not including 8 itself. The same thing you are able to do on a string as well. The exact same thing you are able to do on a string itself, but on a string it's considered as separate characters instead of having elements. So right over here you are having BARRY, so B is 0, A is 1 and so on and so forth. If I'm having 1, 2, 3, okay, if I want to start at 1 in the string itself, I want to start at 1, I want to go up till 3. So what will be the answer, guys? What will be the answer? If I want to start, for student is a particular string itself, student is a particular string. Okay, if I want to start at 1, I want to go up till 3, what will be the answer, guys? Can somebody let me know? What will be the answer, guys? Can somebody let me know? Again, guys, this is a string, not the list. Okay, flash student, that is a string itself. Okay, yes, exactly, that's absolutely clever. We will be starting at 1, we're going up till 3, will not be including 3, so the answer will be AR. So I'm running this, you are able to see that we are getting AR as our answer. Now if you want to start at a particular index and you want to go up till the very end of the list, okay, or very end of the string itself, you just specify the index where you want to start and then you don't have to specify anything. If you're not specifying anything as the second number, that means you want to go up till the very end of the list or the very end of the string itself. So right over here, if I want to start at 8, if I want to start at 8 and I want to go up till the very end of the string itself, up till the very, I want to go start at 7 and I want to go up till the very end. So you are able to see that we are getting the answer as Bruce, Henry, Clark and Diana. Okay, that is in DC. Bruce, Henry, Dark and Diana. So starting at 7th index, that is Bruce, and you're going up till the very end of the list itself. Similar to that, you are able to have like student, that is a string, and you start at the first index and you want to go up till the very end. So you're having ARRY as your answer. ARRY as your answer right over here. Okay. So that is student. Student is a string, that is Barry, that is student. The list is students, that is plural. Okay. So you're able to get ARRY as your answer. You're starting from the first index. Okay, you're starting from the first index right over there. The next is if you're not specifying anything at the beginning. Okay, if you're not specifying anything as the first index and then directly specifying that for the second index itself. Okay, directly specifying it for the second index itself. Then in that particular case, you are directly able to get, like, you will be starting from the first index, that is from the zeroth index, that is first element itself, and you are going up to 4, up till 4. You don't want to include 4, you want to go up till 4. Okay, so as I'm running this, you are able to see that we are starting from the first element. Okay, we are starting from the first element and we are going up till 4. Okay, so we are having Sam, Pam, Rocky and Austin as our answer. Sam, Pam, Rocky and Austin as our answer right over here. Similar to that, for the string itself, the same thing goes. Okay, whatever we have learned in the list, the same thing we are able to apply it to string itself. So it will go up till 3. Okay, up till 3. So it will start from the first element, that is BAR. Okay, so we are going up till the third index. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Okay, so I'll keep the class up till here itself. Let me show you the attendance form for today. Three. Day 3 has happened. I need to create a QR. Okay, so you guys will be able to see the QR code from right over here. Okay. Okay, that will be it for today's class, guys. Okay, bar tell once. Okay, simple, that is a string, just like you were using your integer, your list right over there. Okay, it's just like a list has indexes. The same thing happens for a string as well. So if you are having from 1 to, like, we are not specifying anything and then you're writing 3 right over there. So B is having the index of 0, A is having the index of 1, R is having the index of 2. So you're starting from the first element, that is B, you're going up till 3, you're not including 3. So you're having BAR as your answer. Okay, so that would be it for today's, guys. We'll meet tomorrow once again. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Thank you.